An anime that has been under the radar for a lot of anime lovers, and even some weebs like myself. There was a webcomic that turned into an anime, that turned into an OVA, and then into a full-fledged anime, and is easily a 10 out of 10 romantic comedy this season. Horimiya is that one such anime. Now, Horimiya was under a lot of people's radars, including mine, but the anime is very unpopular among manga readers, and rightfully so. A quick summary of the anime is that Hori is admired by everyone in her school for her friendly attitude and academic accomplishments, but our lovely Hori hides the other side of her life, taking care of everything in the house and taking care of her younger brother while her parents are away to do the work, so this leaves her no opportunity to make friends outside of school. Then we have Miyamura, who is seen as a brooding, glasses-wearing otaku among his classmates, but in actuality, he's a kind, gentle person who isn't that great at school. But he too also has another side to him as well that he hides, that he has piercing on his ears and a sick-looking tattoo along his back and left shoulder. Hori and Miyamura discover these different sides of each other when Hori's younger brother, Sota, comes back home with a bruise and Miyamura patches him up and takes him back home. And this begins our story of one of the best romantic comedy animes to watch to date. I have watched plenty of romantic comedy anime in my time, and Toradora remained my favorite for a very long time. Toradora managed to do something that many animes at the time couldn't do, which was introduce characters that were both interesting and lovable, along with a plot that developed as the story continued. Accompanied with an amazing soundtrack and visuals, Toradora remained one of my favorite romantic comedy anime for a while, until I watched Horimiya. Not only did it do some of the things that Toradora did right, but elevated some of those elements and even added some more. The plot might sound simple to some, but the characters really do help the plot a very lot. This story features a real teenage relationship between its characters. The more they spend time together, the more they begin to further understand the other sides of each other and begin to love those sides of one another. This further creates a strong relationship that is fitting and as well as enjoyable to watch. Now, the characters are very human-like and have flaws that they have to deal with, and later begin to accept those flaws and move forward. The anime also manages to make the supporting characters feel like main characters. I think that most rom-coms nowadays seem to not get right for some odd reason. They have enough screen time and depth to their characters to make you say they are truly part of the story instead of extras. The interaction between the characters are very enjoyable, especially scenes between Izumi and Zawada, since they often have a sibling type interaction, which currently is my favorite interaction in the show so far. The anime has currently 8 episodes out, and any one of the characters so far could be anyone's favorite. The cast is honestly one of my favorite out of all the anime in terms of rom-com comedy I have watched and read. Now, the visuals and OST are top-notch material. Some of the best I've seen this season, hands down. Here's a nice and prime example of this. There are more scenes similar to visual like those, and if you pair with the amazing OST, you get some very heartful scenes that are truly amazing. This anime is by far one of my favorite anime this season so far, and once the anime is finished with its 12 episode run, I will start to read the manga. I understand that Attack on Titan is on everybody's minds as of recent, but I do recommend checking out Horimiya. Cloverworks has been carrying the winter season by far, and Horimiya is a great example of that, and is an anime that I can confidently recommend to anyone who has a good rom-com type anime, or just a very good anime in general.